Well, now that I'm 70, I'm so glad that I learned how not to make the 10 skincare mistakes that I'm going to show you today. And by the way, I've never had Botox, I've never had cosmetic surgery, and hey, if you want to do that, that's up to you. But what I'm going to show you today are 10 mistakes, and also kind of as an extra bonus, I'm going to show you what I use in my skincare routine. So I can't wait to get going on this. Let's start with mistake number 1 and 2. You just let those age spots grow and grow. And hey, I've got them. I've got some here. Of course, we've got them on our hands, and I've got them on my face. I don't know about you, but I see people that have age spots all over the place. And sometimes they even get, I know this sounds gross, they even get a little crusty. So they're just not attractive. And so, of course, my number 1 mistake would be not using your sunscreen. Here's a face sunscreen that I use. It's an SPF 60. And because we get these nasty age spots all over our body, don't forget to use the sunscreen on your body as well. All right. But mistake number 2 is not using a vitamin C serum that will really help this. Now this one here is by Strivectin, and it has retinol in it. I'm just going to show you, I mean, it's very, very small, but I'll just show you what it looks like on my hand. And there I go with a little dab will do you, right? And I just sort of put this on, and then I put it on my age spots so that, of course, they're going to start kind of, they don't really go away completely, but they certainly keep them at bay. So make sure that you're not forgetting to use something like this, because that would definitely be mistake number 2. And by the way, I'll have most of the products that I'm showing you today underneath the video description, also in the comments. And you're going to see a lot of Strivectin products, but this is not, I repeat, this is not sponsored. These are products that I love to use. But if you go to amazon.com/shop/awesomeover50, you'll see those products, but you'll also see other body products, a lot of drugstore priced products that I've used in the past. So yeah, I think this will help everybody. Mistake number 3 is you're not thoroughly washing your face every day. Even if you're not wearing makeup, you know, there's so much grime and pollution and everything out there. What I generally do when I'm wearing my makeup is I just use a natural, that way, a natural kind of bar soap. This could be Ivory, Jergens, Dove, you know, those kind of pure kind of soaps. That's what I use. But for the final wash, I will be using Hydro Boost. Now this is a gel, this is from Neutrogena. It actually works up into quite a lather. I don't know if you can see it here because it's not lathering. Anyway, that's my final wash. And I, of course, put it down my neck as well. And this product, it boosts hydration for soft, supple skin. And it has that hyaluronic acid in it. And of course, every time I heard that, I went, I don't think I want to put acid on my skin. But I've got very, very sensitive skin, and this doesn't harm it at all, and it just makes it actually locks in the moisture. And by the way, I love sharing my fashion, skincare, and makeup tips with you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I'd love for you to join me here. There's a button down there somewhere. And don't forget to click on the notification bell so you know when my next video is out. But for now, we're on it's actually mistake number 4, and it's what to do with our eyes. Do you wash your eyes every morning? Well, I do. And all I do is I just get a tissue, I get a little bit of warm water, and then you know that stuff that Mr. Sandman left on your eyes overnight, right? I just gently kind of wash that off. And the reason I say that is because I have developed styes, I've had blocked tear ducts, all kinds of things because I didn't take care of this. And so now every single morning I make sure that I wash my eyes. And still on the topic of eyes, let's talk about mistake number 5. And that's wearing false eyelashes a lot and also the wrong kind of mascara. Now for me, I rarely will use false eyelashes. And if you're using them every day, I mean, all that constant rubbing and all the glue and everything, it's just not good for your eyes. Like, one of the places where we wrinkle a lot is around our eyes. The other mistake is using the wrong kind of mascara. And I know there's mascaras out there, especially the ones that are waterproof. They're very, very hard to get off. And if you're just using soap and water, you're rubbing and rubbing and rubbing your eyes. I use this cream by Estee Lauder. It's a wonderful eye makeup, it's a full makeup remover, but for my waterproof eye makeup, I use this. And as far as mascara, I mean, CoverGirl. CoverGirl is incredible. This is a mascara. It's strength and something or other. Anyway, but let me just read it for you because I want to make sure I get you the right one. Stretch and strengthen. And it's a great mascara. I used to use like the $50, $60 designer kind of mascaras. I thought they were the be all to end all. Nope. CoverGirl makes like a $10 mascara. It washes off by like a dream. For me, it never transfers, and it's just so easy to get off, and I'm hardly rubbing my eyes at all. And don't forget to stay until the end of this video where, as usual, I'll have an inspirational message for you for your aging journey. But for right now, let's talk about mistakes we make with our necks. Do you ever notice that for many women, including myself, one of the first places to get wrinkles seems to be on our necks? Now, of course, don't forget to put on a really good face cream on your neck. Always go right down. That's very, very important. But at nighttime, I have a specialized neck cream. This is by Strivectin, and it has peptides in it. It's rather thick going on, but I just put it on every single night because I know that this is a very sensitive area and I don't want it to wrinkle up that quickly. So at 70, I think that this is really helping me. And once again, I'm going to start talking in a minute about my beauty routine. And I'm going to mention Strivectin, but of course, I told you before, this is not a sponsored video. It's just what I use. However, again, at amazon.com/shop/awesomeover50, you are going to see some of the L'Oreal products that I've used in the past and other products that are drugstore priced. So that's what I wanted to say. But what is tip number 7 or mistake number 7? It's not having a skincare routine at all. So I'm just going to show you in a nutshell what I do evening and morning, and I would suggest too that you have both an evening and a morning routine. All right, let's just say that I washed off all my face, all my makeup is off. I'm going to use this eye cream. Now, again, it's by Strivectin, and it has vitamin C eye cream. I like it. I don't really think I need the vitamin C on my eyes, but boy, I'm getting low on a lot of these things, but what I like it because it goes on very creamy, and I don't like anything that's oily and greasy and it sort of comes into my eyes as I'm sleeping. So that's that one. As far as my face is concerned, I've been using this for years. This is the Strivectin serum, and it has retinol in it. And you just sort of squirt a couple of squirts here, you put it all over your face, and I usually kind of just let it, I'll brush my teeth now or something like that. I let it kind of soak in for a few seconds, and then I'm putting on the Advanced Retinol. This is an evening, it's called Nightly Renewal Moisturizer, and that goes over top of the serum. So then I go to bed. And the thing is, again, it's not greasy. It just feels like my normal skin. So I can, I probably start laying on the pillow maybe 2 hours after I've done this, and it doesn't transfer. It doesn't get, oh, and by the way, I use a silk or a satin pillow slip. So that's another good thing. They say that really helps to keep the wrinkles at bay. But I wake up in the morning, I've decided to wash, Mr. Sandman off my eyes. And then once again, I'm putting on this eye cream over my eyes, just above and below. And then I have this Contour Restore by Strivectin again, and it's a tightening and sculpting face cream. It goes on very smooth. It's very, very, boy, I gotta get some of this too. It's very, very lightweight, and it just feels lovely on. It doesn't feel greasy. It just feels absolutely lovely. And there you go. And again, oh, I forgot to tell you about the night cream. Remember I mentioned the night cream? Don't forget the night cream. Sometimes I put it on at night and the morning, just depending on how I feel, but I know that's where I'm wrinkling most, so this is really a great product to have as well. And what about exfoliating your skin? Well, if you're not exfoliating 2 or 3 times a month, that's mistake number 8. So what I use, again, these are daily restores. I don't use them daily, but these are from Strivectin. They're exfoliating pads. They're really super easy to use. Just grab a pad, don't get it near your eyes, and just sort of go over my whole face. However, if you want a drugstore product, this is a great product. It's St. Ives Fresh Skin, and it's all natural. I think what they're using is peach, the middle of the peach pit, and they sort of break them up. So this is a great product. The only difference between this and the other one, this takes a little bit longer to apply, let it dry, and wash it off, but it's a great exfoliant for your skin. And another makeup product that you might not be using, I'm going to call this mistake number 9, is a primer. Once again, Strivectin Anti-Blurring Primer. What is this? Well, basically, you put a little bit on your hand, and then you put it on before you put on your makeup. And you know those really fine lines that we have? It fills them in. So think about a primer on a wall, you know, the little cracks and crevices. It's going to fill them in before you put the paint on. I guess the paint is my foundation that I put on afterwards. But this is a great find, and it's something that I use every single time I put on my makeup. And just before I get into my inspirational message, another mistake is not wearing your sunglasses. And I'm talking about wearing sunglasses for all the seasons, because the sun's really hot these days and we're always squinting, and even when there's snow, it's even brighter, right? And I wanted to show you my favorite sunglasses, because sometimes it's a pain, right, to carry them in your purse. You think they're going to break. I've had these for years. You're going, what? Sunglasses are in there? These are Ray-Bans, and they are the Wayfarers, you know, those cool Wayfarers, and there they are. They are a fold-up. This is absolutely genius. It's a fold-up sunglasses, and they're very cool looking as well, very cool looking. And so what happens is I just have them in my purse or small bag, whatever it is, and whenever I go into a building, I just fold them back up again. I don't know if you can see this, but it's really easy to fold them up and put them back into the little container. And of course, I'll have a link for them underneath the video description. Now, of course, I mentioned at the beginning, if you want to use Botox or, you know, have face surgery or anything, go ahead and you do you. But for me, I really want to age gracefully, and I want to use my potions and my lotions. And I think we also learned a thing or two from our grandmothers. Like, a lot of our grandmothers really aged quicker, and of course, they were putting on the baby oil, right? And the baby oil on their skin and everything. And now we've got our sunscreen. So, you know, a lot of these routines and the products that I showed you are just so important to keep doing. And it'll keep the aging process at bay. You know, I feel like I'm here to champion women on the aging journey. And now that I'm 70, As most of you know, my mom, she never even made it to her 52nd year. And that's why I've got such a purpose and a passion behind this. And, you know, the gray hair is going to come, right? The white hair, the wrinkles are going to come. But I think it's so important that you embrace your aging journey and not fear it. And by the way, these videos that I do here, they really help you to look better on the outside. But if you also want to feel good on the inside, I have another channel, and it really helps with mind and body and lifestyle. And all you have to do is go onto YouTube and search Age Empowered. And I've got over a dozen videos there already, and the women are commenting that, you know, it really is helping them. And yay, I'm so happy for that. And in a few seconds, you're going to see a yellow screen pop up, and you'll see me in kind of a blue shirt. And if you click on that, you'll go right to that inspirational channel. So enjoy. In conclusion, I'd like to say this. Our words matter. What we say in front of the mirror, especially in front of our daughters, like, oh my gosh, I'm looking so old. And, you know, let's not do that. Let's not have that kind of self-talk. Let's, you know, use our potions and our lotions and try to, like I say, keep the wrinkles a little bit at bay anyway. But let's be proud of ourselves as we are on the journey, because, you know, it's so important, again, that you're embracing this time. You're doing the best that you can. And for me, that's just one more way to be loving our age.